Now I swear, what's up subscribers, this is the last video. I'm just getting tired. But I swear I'm going to keep this shorter. And this is the video. I really want y'all to know what LA is like, and I'm going to try to keep it real brief. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is seeing celebrities, and you see them everywhere. Everywhere, I do mean everywhere. Even if you don't do background like what I was talking about before, you're going to see them in the grocery stores, Best Buy, or if you're, you in the drive-thru somewhere, or you went to McDonald's, or you're here, you're there. You really see them everywhere. I mean, I've seen Johnny Knoxville in Jelson's supermarket. I saw the woman that was married to the dude on Saw, Jigsaw, his wife. I saw her up in Walgreens. I saw Donald Faison, the black dude with the lips from Clueless. I seen him up in Jelson's as well. Like I said, when I saw Johnny Knoxville, I was behind him at the ATM. Matter of fact, he looks really old in person. Yeah, I mean, so you just really see a lot of, you're gonna run into a lot of people be like, oh snaps, that's Wesley Snipes right over, it's just crazy, you just see everybody. And when I say everybody, I don't mean just like a B-list act. I mean, you see everybody. Like you might, like I met Will Smith on set, but yeah, you just see everybody. Another thing, the driving out here in LA. I mean, I'm from Chicago. The LA driving is by far the most terrible driving I've ever seen. People do not know how to drive. And you can't get away with not having insurance nowadays, so you really don't want to try it. But I wouldn't recommend trying it anyway because the drivers out here are terrible. I have a story. One time, me and my boy was sitting in the car. We were parked. Okay, we were parked, parallel parked, mind you. And this lady pulled up. This lady pulled in front of us, and she was trying to parallel park too. And she backed up. Mind you, our car is off. She backed up, hit my boy's car, and then got freaked out. And then she pulled out. And when she pulled out, she looked at us and flicked us off. And it's like, why are you flicking us off for, lady? You were the one driving the car. We were parked. What? Why would you do that? So, yeah, so the driver's bad. The traffic could be bad. You're going to hear a lot about the 405 traffic when you come out here. Everybody's going to be talking about how much they hate the 405. The 405 sucks. The 405. The 405. All that damn traffic during the rush hour. Pretty much, if you can avoid the 405, it is the worst highway I've seen. So if you can avoid that, which is going to be hard sometimes if you really trying to get out there and do what you want to do. But if you can't avoid it or take public transportation, which there is a lot of out here. I forgot to cover that in my other video, but there is public transportation, a lot of it. You can get everywhere. Maybe not in the middle of the night everywhere, but you can get a lot of places. The weather. Now a lot of people are in this mode, or like, oh, California's always, no matter when, California just always feels great. Now, and in summertime, especially in the valley, in the summertime, California can be extra hot, like just murderously hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the valley. But that's where most of the deals are, and that's where most of your people are going to live that you want to network with. They're going to be in the valley. Hollywood is in the valley, you know what I'm saying? So that's where you're going to want to be. But yeah, it can get very hot, but like, LA's weird. Like Hollywood, LA, well, Los Angeles County, Hollywood is in that, the valley's in that. It's all considered LA, Los Angeles County. But the weather can be very weird out here because of the oceans. That's one. If you're closer to an ocean, obviously it can get really cold, especially at night. But the weirdest thing about the weather is, no matter where you're at, like it could be like even in the valley where we're not really close to any oceans or to the Pacific, but like you can be really hot during the day, and then like the sun will go down, and the temperature can drop like 35 degrees like that. Like that's how California is. So even if it's super hot, if you're going somewhere extra far, like if you're from the Midwest or something and you're going somewhere extra far, once you're living in California, make sure to bring a hoodie because it could get like super cold. Like there's been times like where I went out during the day, because I do a lot of stuff. I've gotten stranded before, so I went out during the day one time and it was like 90 degrees during the day. Then all I had was a regular shirt and shorts. So at night I got stranded and I was outside and I had to take the bus, and I was stranded for like 4 hours. and it got down to 50 degrees. So 50 degrees in shorts and like a Dago t-shirt, wife beater could be super cold. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that the pricing. We went over the pricing with the apartments and all that stuff. But just in general, everything out here is just ridiculous. Like, you gotta pay for parking everywhere. Like, there's like damn near nowhere you don't have to pay for parking, unless it's like your crib. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you have to pay something for the year. But that's for your crib. That's not a lot. But everywhere, like it's like downtown Chicago. If you ever been to Chicago or anywhere where like there's paid parking, it's everywhere down here, especially in Hollywood. Like, if you're going to Hollywood to have a fun night on the town, man, make sure you get in Hollywood early, because you're going to be driving around forever trying to find parking if you got a car. So that's why I recommend going to Hollywood, especially if you're getting drunk or faded anyway. If you do that, I recommend just taking the bus or the train, and just, unless you're not going to leave until like 4 in the morning, because the trains run, the last train out of Hollywood, or the last bus out of Hollywood leaves at like 12:30, I believe, 12:30 or 1:30. But yeah, so the pricing, and that's not just for parking. I mean, that's for like your food. There's more. California has a higher tax per dollar tax, so all the taxes just seem more outrageous. The food that you buy in the store, I think I said earlier that the milk is almost $5 out here. The stuff you're gonna find that the stuff that you buy in the store it's gonna be like, wow, where's all my money going? When you're shopping at these grocery stores, the best thing I can tell you about that is to go to a little Mexican supermarket. To be honest with you, or a little mom and pop supermarket, something like that. That's where you're gonna get your cheapest deals. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the pricing out here, I mean, it's rough, man. But you just find out you love that you end up loving this place so much. And it's just so fun out here that you just find a way to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even go out anymore because I'm kind of broke right now. But like I wish I was going out, man. Like, cause it's just so fun. Like, it's just paradise. Like, going out to me, going to the club in Hollywood or Beverly Hills or somewhere or in LA, you know, it's fun. You know, one of the things I don't like about LA is that the clubs close at like 2:30 most of the time, and if they don't, they shut down the bars, so even if you are still there, you can't really drink anything anymore. So I don't like the fact they shut down so early. Maybe it's not early for you back home in Chicago. They don't shut stuff down to 4, sometimes 6 in the morning. So yeah, that's pretty much covering the pricing. And just the opportunities, which I want to cover again. Like I said, you run into people everywhere, so whatever it is that you do, if you're always out there, if you're not someone who just sits in the house 24/7, you're going to run into all kinds of people. So whatever you do, you're going to be able to network. If you're a YouTube person, like, man, like I ran into Shane. I didn't even tell Shane Dawson that I made videos, but I ran into Shane Dawson in my gym a couple times in Sherman Oaks Galleria. And thing about Shane, I might even try to hate on Shane. Thing about people don't know about Shane. Shane wasn't skinny when Shane the way he used to like film his videos. Shane used to be like, and you would never know, like Shane, and I love you, Shane, if you would ever see this, which I doubt you will, but like Shane used to be fat. Like, his face was skinny, but like his body was super fat, you know what I'm saying? And like over time, I mean, actually the reason I know Shane is because my best friend, the one who I moved out here with, actually trained Shane Dawson, so he's his trainer. And so yeah, when I first saw Shane Dawson, I really never really talked to him. I said what's up to him a couple times. Really never got to talk to him because I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't talked to him, especially with the fact that I do YouTube now. But when I talked to him, I really didn't do YouTube like that. I just did it here and there. That was my other channel that got suspended, which was pretty popular too. But we'll get into that later. Yeah, but so you run into people all the time. Whatever you do, there's gonna be opportunities out there. Like I said, Shane Dawson was training at my gym, and that's not the only dude. I ran into Tyrese at my gym, ran into Shaq at my gym. Shaq is Shaq is just a freaking, like, I mean, yeah, they say he's 7'1" in the NBA, but that nigga's like 19'17", dog. Like, this dude was like, his head, he was on the treadmill and his head was like in the rafters. Like, it didn't make any sense. But he was up there, you know. Kevin Hart was there, and it was funny when Kevin Hart was there. Like, he was telling jokes, and this was like right before he was big already, but this was like right before his big comedies came out, or his big stand-up comedies came out. This is when probably towards the end of Cat Williams' run in the comedy thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was still funny because we were at the gym, 24 Hour Fitness in Sherman Oaks. That's where a lot of celebrities come because Magic Johnson owns it. But we were at the gym, and he was cracking a joke and telling it to this girl and trying to like flatter this girl. Girl wasn't even laughing. She acted like she didn't know who he was. Whatever. I can't even remember the dude's name. Kucher. He's a UFC fighter. Randy Kucher or something like that. He was there. He had a whole bunch of like people wannabe wrestlers all up on his nuts when he was there. They had this new boy band that was practicing there. That this matter of fact, them dudes that sing "Worldwide, Worldwide." You probably seen it on YouTube. You probably seen that before. You know what I'm saying? They was there practicing their little gay dance steps. I'm not trying to hate on nobody. Nah, I'm really not. But they were there. I just don't like boy bands. But yeah, my point with that is, man, you just gonna run into so many people everywhere. You just gotta be prepared, you know, and don't be afraid to talk, to speak up. And then other than that, I mean, the cultures are different out here. I mean, California in general, especially LA and the Valley, highly Hispanic, and that's gonna be the most you see. Highly Hispanic, and you're gonna see a lot of Armenian people. Which, if you're not from California, you probably never seen an Armenian person till you came out here. I came out here, seen, and fell in love with Armenian people. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean. But yeah. Other than that, what else can I say? Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, Hollywood. The thing about Hollywood, like, let me say this about Hollywood real quick in acting. Hollywood is so much easier than what it seems to be. They paint this picture of on TV like it's a 1 in a million shot for you to get big in Hollywood, but it's really not, man. It's really not. It's probably like a 1 in like 10. It's probably like a 1 in thousands. You know what I'm saying? Because like before I came to Hollywood, I used to be like, oh my God, these actors are so good. They just sit there and they nail it on the spot. But then when you're acting on the set, you see these actors are flubbing their lines all the times. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but I'm just trying to say it's easy. Not as hard as it looks on TV. Actors are flubbing their lines. You know, they got some of your favorite actors, they have to go over their stuff over and over. I'm not saying they're all like that. I'm just saying some of them are. A lot of them are. TV actors especially. But yeah, I mean, it's not as hard as it seems. Like, and a lot of these shows that you watch, even the most realist seeming shows, like they're fake. They're fake. Like, I don't even want to put any shows out there, but like, Let's Make a Deal. Shows like that. I don't know if I can even say that, but they kind of have like people that are paid to be there. Like well, I can say that, whatever. I mean, I've been paid to be, I've been paid to be on America's Got Talent. Not as a contestant, but as just one of those people watching the show. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all people in the crowd who want to be there. They just paint this picture of making people at home feel like it's the place to be. You know what I'm saying? And like during the interludes and stuff in commercials, they'll have this guy running around being like, all right, everybody, I need you guys to be really pumped. You guys have to be so pumped because we have to make everybody at home feel like this is the greatest show on earth, and you know, stuff like that. So that's really what it is. People aren't really, I mean, on America's Got Talent, everybody was pumped because it was like the majority of the crowd was like 13-year-old girls, like, and Demi Lovato came on stage and performed. And so, yeah, so they usually do stuff like that, you know. And but you'd be surprised how many people are paid to go to these shows. You'd be surprised how many people who get selected to come on down on The Price is Right are actually selected before the show, and it's not a random selected person from the crowd. Drew Carey's told certain people who they're supposed to pick first. They'll tell Drew Carey what the person's wearing, and Drew Carey will know who to pick out. You know what I'm saying? And according to their seat and from where they sit, so because they know their seats and all that stuff really well. Also, what was I gonna say? I just forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, let me just go to police out here. Police out here really quick. I'll jump to that, and if I remember what I was gonna say, I'll get back to that. And this is the last thing I gotta talk about real quick. Is the police. Whatever you do, man, like, I don't know where you're from. If you're from the Midwest or you're from the South police are, you know, they can be kind of harsh. Midwest, I mean, they're harsh everywhere. But I've lived in every place. I've lived down south. I've lived in a couple places down south. I'm from the Midwest, from Chicago. Lived in a lot of places in the Midwest. Now I'm on the West Coast, and I can tell you that California by far has the worst, most intense cops that you will ever run into. So don't think about smart talking cops. They do things that are unorthodox, so do not smart talk them. When I first came out here, I'm not a gangster, not a thug. When I first came out here, they pulled us over. My boy, he looks like Wayne Brady. He looks like the most friendly friendly black person ever. Like the black person that white people could look at and be friendly with. You know what I'm saying? And not have a problem with, and look at him and say he's not a thug. But even him, like they pulled us over, had guns drawn. Didn't even have a reason to have guns drawn, but they had guns drawn. So I mouthed off a little bit, learned my lesson from that. They didn't arrest me, but still learned my lesson. But so pretty much, yeah, the cops out here, man. And when you're in Hollywood, they have a lot of checkpoints. So if do not try to drink and drive. If you that type of person, when you come out here, it's gonna be so fun out here. The temptations are gonna be out there to do some things, get into new drugs that you might have never tried before. And there's so much out here, man. But you gotta just stay up. You gotta stay above the influence. Like Drake said, "Welcome to Hollywood. Don't let this town ruin you." You know what I'm saying? Don't let people influence you, because LA, man, it's just, this is it. They call this place the City of Angels, but this city is really, it has a lot of evil in this city. And I'm not trying to say that to discourage anybody. I'm just saying, as any city that have your stuff, you gotta look out for. But since this is Hollywood, people just don't know how crooked Hollywood is, really. You know what I'm saying? Some of you might, but it really, man. So you gotta watch out for the police out here. So then don't do anything stupid, and don't fall into the wrong crowds. You know what I'm saying? And what was I saying earlier? Well, I really can't remember what I was saying earlier, but yeah, Hollywood is not everything it's made out to be. And also, last thing I want to say is, people always think like all the big stars like hang out in Hollywood and live in Hollywood. No, that's not the case at all. Hollywood is not where stars hang out. It's not where I mean, people who hang out in Hollywood are the trendy folks, are the fine, super fine females in their skimpy little skirts that come out on the weekends to go to the clubs. I'm not lying. I'm keeping it real. You walk down Hollywood Boulevard on a Friday or Saturday, you will see some of the most incredible women you've ever seen. You will see some of the most crazy stuff you've ever seen, like homeless people peeing on themselves, or like peeing, or like pulling their penis out and not caring who's around. Like, you will see all kinds of crazy stuff. I have a couple stories about crazy stuff I've seen on my page already since I've been here, since I've been to California. But yeah, you know, Hollywood is not where stars hang out at all. But it's where you will probably want to do a lot of hanging out at first. You probably do a lot of sightseeing at first when you first come here. Then if you're the partying type, you probably end up going to clubs a lot in Hollywood, which can be a blast. It really can be a blast. You meet a lot of people. I mean, people are just, and it's crazier than anywhere else, because like Hollywood Boulevard, like I said, is not for celebrities, it's for the people. Hollywood Boulevard on the Saturday night, there's probably like 3,000-4,000, especially in the summer, it's probably 3,000-5,000 people walking down the street. The streets are like freaking packed, you know what I'm saying? You want to check out Hollywood Boulevard, you want to check out Santa Monica Pier, you want to check out Venice Beach. Those are all places that end up being packed and extra populated during good times. And like, the scenery out here is just beautiful, man. Like, if you made it to this point, the scenery is beautiful, man. So if you want to make that move to California, man, I really, really think you should, because it might change the whole view of what you thought California was. A lot of people who I meet that move to California say they never want to leave, or if they do end up leaving, it's because they couldn't afford it. So I hope you take all my videos into consideration. I hope I said everything that you needed to hear. And if I didn't, and I hope this is really helpful. I don't know if it was. I really hope it was. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Peace out. And if you do have any questions, if there is a big enough response, which I'm not sure, but I kind of did this on a sidetrack from my other videos. But if there is a big response, I'll do a question and answer episode too. So let me know what you guys need, and I'll be here for you. Peace out.